Hello, hello, Jamar Shaw coming to you today from Frederick, Maryland. Today I'm with Daniel Casey. Say hello.
Hello.
ValorLives interview series, episode number 76. Why did I do what I would do? Number one, because there's successful people deserve to have their stories told. Number two, there's people who need to hear successful stories so they can be inspired. And number three, to let you know you can go out there with a camera phone and a selfie stick and impact the planet. So just like always, no interviews over 10 minutes, raw, uncut, no special lighting. And Daniel is 28 years old and he is engaged and he is doing big things here in Frederick with his barbershop. So Daniel, why do you do what you do?
I like barbering because it gives me a chance to connect with every walk of life. I get to talk to about 10 to 20 people a day, and every person's different.
All right. So how long have you been a barber?
About 3 years now.
Okay. So what were you doing 3.5 years ago?
I was actually a caretaker to my grandmother.
Okay. And then you decide, you know what? I just want to be a barber for whatever reason.
My mother was in the cosmetology industry, so I kind of grew up in and out of the hair salon.
Okay. Perfect. So far, you've been a barber for 3 years. How long have you had this location?
I've been working at this location for the last 2.5 years.
Okay.
So I was working here when I was in school.
Okay.
Then I was the manager for about the last year.
Okay.
And then I purchased the shop about a month ago.
Okay. So far, what has been the proudest moment in your career?
Purchasing the shop.
Okay. I thought you were going to say that, but I didn't want to put words in your mouth. All right. So what has been the lowest moment in your career?
Fortunately, there really hasn't been one.
Okay. Really? You've never like cut somebody like real bad and like they got mad at you or anything like that? Because you do straight shaves, right?
Honestly, I haven't.
Okay.
That's what school is actually really good. They put you on the floor first day and you're cutting hair within hours. So.
Okay. Nice. All right. So I could tell by now we're going to get through all of our questions. So if you could stretch your answers out a little bit more,
okay.
Because otherwise it's going to be like a 5-minute interview, and I don't prepare for 5-minute interviews. So, so you have a couple of employees, right?
I do.
How do you create team culture where you guys aren't killing each other?
About once a month, I take them out to dinner. We talk about what we could do in the shop.
Okay.
What could change.
All right.
We try to keep the music a little eclectic.
Okay.
Try to change up the mood every day.
All right.
And it's just not a stressful environment. I mean, we have a pool table. We can each kind of take our own lunch breaks as we want.
Okay. So right now you have 3 chairs. So how much in this space right here, how much room do we have? 2 more chairs maybe? 1 more chair?
I could probably fit 4 more chairs in here.
Okay.
If I change the layout. And then we also have another room behind us right here.
Over there?
Yeah.
Nice. So where do you see yourself a year from now? Do you see yourself expanding or no?
I want to focus on Frederick.
Okay.
And really grow the brand and the name here.
Okay.
But in the future, I definitely intend on expanding.
All right. So what are some destinations that you have thought about expanding to?
Probably closer into DC.
Okay. Nice.
I actually grew up in Northern Virginia.
Okay.
So I have a pretty good following of friends over there as well. So the Fairfax or Arlington area.
All right. And what do you do here besides just a regular basic haircut?
We kind of pride ourselves in taking a lot longer so we can communicate with our guests. It's not an in and out kind of thing.
Okay.
Another thing we do is we're the only shop that takes appointments.
Okay.
We take 30 minutes appointments. So even if it's a 15-minute haircut, you have the time to talk, get in and out, and you're not rushed really.
Okay. And you do straight edge shaves, correct?
We do.
Okay.
We're also the only shop in town that does straight razor shaves, and we do the whole hot towel, oil, kind of facial experience.
All right, so for someone like me who's never had a straight edge razor because I'm scared to death of it, and because I'm black, I bump very easily, what would you say to somebody like me to get me to do my first straight edge razor?
We take a lot more prep time. There's a lot more oils and lubricants and the hot towel to soften the skin.
Okay.
So that it's really not a rough experience. Really, the moisturizing and prep is the longest part of it. And as long as you do that, you shouldn't have bumps.
Well, maybe I might try it. So, do you have a morning routine, something you do every morning to get your day started successfully?
Every morning, me and my fiance actually wake up at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And we're at the X Project for a CrossFit class.
Okay.
From 6 to 7, every morning, Monday through Friday.
Nice. And do you have a trainer? Because I was there over the weekend and I was there with Nick Reese. And I'm still sore, by the way. But do you have a trainer or you just do the classes?
I just do the classes, but luckily the 6 o'clock class is kind of Michael's pride and joy,
Okay,
if
gotcha.
you will.
Yes.
So Michael Gaines, the owner, is always the coach of that class unless he's out of town for some reason.
All right, perfect. And how long have you been going to the X Project?
I've been going to the X Project since before it was the X Project. It was actually SRT,
Okay.
and I was there when Michael actually bought the gym, and I kind of was transferred over in the process.
Shout out to the X Project. So, what book are you currently reading, or audiobook are you listening to?
I haven't had the chance to
Okay.
read very much with the shop taking over the last month and a half and
All right.
everything. But I try to get to as many barber conventions as I can, because that's the way you can kind of brush up on new techniques and everything and network is
Barber Conventions. So, tell the camera where your last barber convention was.
It was a cosmetologist convention in DC at the
Okay.
Gaylord, right next to the MGM Grand. And then I believe next month there is a DMV barber convention.
All right. So, how many people are at these conventions?
Roughly 2,000 spectators and probably 20 to 50 instructors.
So, what are they talking? Like the latest trends? Like what?
Latest trends, latest products, latest equipment to use.
Okay.
And just really techniques to make you more profitable and faster.
I like it. I like it. So, do you have anything that you do on a daily basis that if you don't do it, your day doesn't feel complete? For some people, it may be a smoothie or their vitamins or they're meditating or anything like that.
Just going to the gym and coffee.
Coffee. Okay. Are you a coffee snob like Nick Reese is?
I'm not too bad.
Not too bad. All right.
If I'm in a rush, I'll kind of settle for anything.
All right. Do you have a favorite?
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Which is kind of a rude answer to work downtown,
Okay.
because downtown kind of prides itself on the small business, and I'm the Northern Virginia boy. I like the starter,
All right.
Starbucks.
Perfect. So somebody comes to you and they said, Daniel, I see what you're doing. You guys have this barbershop and I want to open up my own barbershop. What's the first piece of advice you would give somebody who wants to be a new business owner, but not just with a chair, but with a whole studio, with a whole location?
Really just take your time and invest in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to jump the gun. You want to actually create the picture that you have in your head.
Okay.
No matter really what that takes. And it's all about location and the community around you.
Alrighty.
You got to have a strong community and support.
Alrighty. Perfect. What are some things that you're thankful for?
Frederick.
All right.
I moved to Frederick about 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I started barber school as soon as I moved to Frederick.
All right.
And I put my nose to the paper and I own the barbershop I started at within 3 years.
Good stuff. Now, where did you go to barber school at?
It was in Wheaton, Maryland.
Okay.
So I had to go from 9 to 3 for 8 months. So it was basically the DC commute.
Okay, yeah. And did you choose a place in Wheaton because they specialize in what you're doing? Because I know like here they have, and I know nothing about this industry, but I know they have the Paul Mitchell School, and I know they have the one over there on Jefferson Street. Do they not do what you do?
The Wheaton School for Barbers has been there since the 60s.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's specifically for barbering.
Okay.
A lot of cosmetology schools offer barbering now, but not a lot of guys walk in to get their hair cut at a cosmetology shop.
Right.
So it's hard to get the hands-on experience.
Perfect. All right. So, so you're young. Oh, good. We're stretching this interview. Good. So, dream places to visit or to live if you were ever to move.
Somewhere in Europe, somewhere probably London or somewhere like that. I like the old culture of barbering and the feel over there.
Okay. Now, when you barber, do you have one of those things that?
The leather and strap.
Yeah, there you go.
I wish I could still do that, but state laws regulate that you use a disposable blade on every guest because there's no way to really sanitize that leather strap. It's just I'm basically sharpening my blade on a cow.
That is shitty. Damn it, state law. So, Daniel, how can people get a hold of you?
They can reach me at Daniel@triedandtruebarbers.com, or you can reach out at my Instagram at Daniel Casey the Barber.
All right, what's your phone number?
The phone number is 301-800-4668, and that is my personal number. And the shop number is 240-578-4058.
So here we go, right here. Daniel, Tried and True Barbershop. So, Valor's interview series, episode number 76. Go out there, show some valor. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Talk to you next week. Bye.
Thank you.